Catch and shoot ability is very, but his strength, and you got to be aware of where he's at on the court. He shoots the ball particularly well at home for these guys, and just our attention to detail of what he brings to the court, which is catch and shooting, has to be up on him, and you got to take those opportunities away from him, make him put on the floor.
You guys have known that that's been one of his strengths. Why do you think he struggled in that area during the last game?
Like I said, our attention to detail on him and what he brings is not where it needs to be. He's a guy who can really hurt you from the three-point line. And just saying, as a team, as a unit, all 5 guys on the court has to be aware of where he's at.
What's your reaction to the Oubre suspension, and how does his absence, you think, alter Game 4?
The league did what they had to do. I feel like he does help those guys a lot, especially off the bench. He brings a lot of energy for those guys. So got to take advantage of them having the guy down. You know, just their second unit is going to be trying to find themselves a little bit without him, without his energy and stuff like that. So we just got to capitalize on it.
After watching film and having a day, what do you see now that the way this team needs to respond to win Game 4?
A little more sense of urgency. I think those guys played with a little more sense of urgency from the start. You got to tip your hat off to a team like that. They played like they were down and behind in the series, and we got to be able to match it. And we're on the road. It's going to be a hostile environment. We got to be able to match their intensity and then bring it from the start.
The starts have been sometimes an issue, but even like last game, really the run was later in the first quarter. What do you guys do consistently throughout that first quarter, not to kind of fall behind or even give up a big run later on?
Yeah, we got to take transition out of it, which was turnovers. We went back to turn the ball over there early in the game, and they capitalized on it because that's what they do. They get out and run. But we take good shots and take care of the ball. We can control the runs and stuff like that, the transition points. So I just feel like we take that out of the game, we'll give ourselves a chance to be strong coming out the first quarter.
In every playoff series, no matter who it is, somebody takes something away from the other team. How quickly do you recognize that the team's doing something differently than they did in the previous game? And how quickly is that adjustment to that when they do something different?
It was very obvious in Game 3 for us, the pressure they had on us. They tried to push us out, tried to be more physical. But I think we stay within what we do. We have counters for that stuff, and we just got to stay with our game plan and how we want to attack those guys, because we feel like it's our first quarter emotions tied up with those guys, and that's why they push us out and stuff like that. So we get past the first quarter and get past that, them being up into us physically, we'll be fine. But we just got to withstand that little run. They're going to push pressure they're going to put on us the first quarter.
The other day you said that as soon as you guys hear the sets for Bradley Beal, you kind of know what to do. Is that kind of the product of a playoff series where there's no secrets? You guys just know each other?
Both teams. I mean, it's game plan from both sides, but you do hear a few plays that's been called a few times, and you know where it's going to be. So, like I said, attention to detail in this game is critical for us. From first unit, second unit, from on down, it's just critical just to know who's on the court and what their strengths and weaknesses is, and take it away.
Jay, do guys from opposing teams try to pick on Kelly at times? And how do you tell him how to, be tougher, but just, not take it?
It's tough for me to say what I really say on camera. But yeah, it's obvious. The guys try to come at him and try to rattle him a little bit, but you got to stay the course. We just know that our guys on the court has his back at all times, and you got to play your game at the end of the day. You got to play the way you've been playing all year, and do what you do to help us win games. So, like I said, I can't say a lot of stuff that I really say on camera right now.
In a similar vein, Isaiah said he was surprised that anyone messed with Terry, because Terry's someone that usually people don't mess with. Would you say the same about him?
Yeah, I would. And I don't know why the situation took place or how it did, but Terry has to do a better job of staying within the course of the game and staying within himself, not letting the opponents get him rattled like that. But he's a guy who can step up to his own battles, Thank you, guys.
Sir?